computer. Okay, here we go. So tonight we're going to have Mo join us. She is going to give us some of her tech tips on ways to, there's Erica, hang on just a second, ways to work your business, just different ways. Mo is she's just so advanced in technology. I'm so techno-challenged, and so I always like to have someone who can do all these little creative ways of things to help your business teach us. All right, so before I do that, I just want to remind everybody that we are doing a red rally in the studio on Saturday. If you haven't signed up, it's $20, and it starts on Friday night. You can do Friday night from your home and do your different classes. But the general session that is going to be on Saturday, from 1 to 4, we're going to be here. We're going to be here. We're going to have food, and just try to fellowship, get back into our groove of doing things together. Now that hopefully COVID is kind of being kept at bay and people are getting vaccinated. So Red Rally is April 24th, 1 to 4 here. Everybody's welcome. It's going to be a general session as if we were at career conference, because we're not doing career conference live. This is where we would normally be in Birmingham at our big event. Unfortunately, it's virtual again. All right, second thing I want to add before I turn it over to Mo is PCP deadline is the 17th, which is, let's see, I think it's Saturday or Friday. It's Friday, I think. It's the 17th, and this is the summer book. I've seen the summer book. It's amazing. You definitely want to get all your customers enrolled so that the company will mail this book to your customers for 70 cents with amazing samples and a little note from you. This is how you keep yourself in front of your customers. That's the secret to building and having that lasting customer base, is providing that preferred customer lookbook to them 5 times a year. All right. And then the third thing before I turn it over to Mo, hey Kelly. Third thing before I turn it over to Mo is next week's Zoom, I am going to teach you how to build your customer base with every age group. One thing when you're building, we've talked about building in 10 geographic areas, okay? But something that we have not ever taught on is how do you build a customer base that will last a lifetime. And I say that because I have a friend, and one of our vice presidents told her one time, your customer base in your unit is too old. Like, they're not going to outlast you. And so you've got to think about that. Like, do you have some millennials, in your customer base? Do you have some moms, young moms? Do you have empty nesters? Do you have, the baby boomers? And how do you meet those people? And so the reason, and we're going to talk about that, the reason that that's important is because of, Mo and I we were just talking about, our Voxer group was quiet this week, and I said it was spring break. And so when you have a different ages in your customer base and your team, then you get through those. Moms are busy, spring break, moms with the kids. And so when you have that different diversity demographics, it takes you through the whole year, and there's always that paycheck coming in. All right, so exciting stuff coming down the pipeline for training. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mo. Mo, have at it.
All right. Thanks, Michelle. So good evening, everyone. Tonight, we'll talk a little bit about Canva content creation and just ways to get more engagement through your social media. I have a disclaimer. I want to say this will not replace you doing your parties and booking your facials and building your team, okay? But it will help you capture some of the low-hanging fruit. So the first thing that we're going to look at is Canva. I've got it up on the screen, and it's Canva. You can download it in the store app, and you can use it to create content. Now, I'll say some of the best content that we would create is really to ask for hostesses. So a lot of times you'll see something like booking now, or you might see hostess wanted, just creating stuff to post out to get feedback from folks that might want to do this with you. Something else you may want to use it for is maybe a thank you note. Um, Also, I like to use it for skincare tips. So sometimes you can, put something out there just to have postings on your page. And you can also use it for promotions. Every now and then I'll do like a question. I'll ask a question or make a bold statement. You can also do videos that show products and videos that show procedures, like how we actually use the product. So what I want to walk you through is actually creating a poster. This is the homepage of Canva. You've got an Instagram post format that you can use, but you notice there's several different formats. I just kind of go with Instagram because that's where I post the most anyway. So we'll start there. And you could search for themes. So Mother's Day is coming up. You can actually type in Mother's Day and see, all the stuff that they have out there. You notice they've still got Easter stuff out here right now. But they've got some Mother's Day stuff out there too. I've noticed a lot of emails that I get from different places that I make purchases from. They like to use a mobile phone. So I'm going to show that mobile phone one tonight. It's cute. It's a little phone. Everybody's doing everything on their phone anyway, so it makes sense. This one's probably my favorite. It's really simple to make changes to what you see here. It's got some notes about COVID, but you can kind of get rid of all this stuff. Just get rid of the stuff that you don't want to see. Just click on it and delete it, and it's done. This content here at the very top, you can change that to something else. I've got something out here that I've already created, and we can just plug it in. And this talk to us, this could be, the thing that gets their attention. So a lot of times I like to do something that says like new inventory loaded. And then this is going to kind of draw them to your site to take a look. But notice it's like way too big. So you can go down at the bottom of the screen where you see the name of the font and just kind of go to the right, and you can size it, make it smaller, make it fit. Also, you'll notice that this isn't really Mary Kay friendly, this blue on blue. So I like to pink everything out. And based on what picture I'm going to put in here, I go ahead and find the picture first, and I'm going to show you why that's important. So I'm going to go to this camera roll, and I've got a whole thing out here loaded. See, it's Sunday night, there it is, with items. And I like this little picture with the several different products in it. And I'm just going to click on it and drag it, and there it is. So now that looks really crazy with, this blue and this, pink and different color pink. So we're going to change this blue to match the background in this picture. So I'm going to highlight the blue. Down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that blue color. If you click on it, you could click on that document colors and try to search for something that matches. But if you just scroll up a little, you'll see the photo colors. And you can change it to match those colors. So I'm going to make the top half look like the bottom half. And then I'm going to click on the other side, and I'm going to make that bottom kind of look like the top of that picture. So you can
that's
just
awesome.
switch it to whatever you want to switch it to. And then as far as the font color, we'll want to switch that up a little bit too. We'll just go down at the bottom, click on the lettering, and then again, you can go to the photo colors and change it. And it's really simple. And look, I'm done. I can take this and post it somewhere. Now, Canva has a lot of free, but Canva also has a lot of pay. So if you were in a situation where there was something that you had to pay for, maybe there was an animation that would make it like a MP4 type thing, but you just really wanted the picture. At this point, you could just screenshot like you would normally do a screenshot, and then you can size it and save it that way if you wanted to. And if it was something on here that wasn't necessarily free, you could do it that way. But what you can also do is save it to something, that you want to call it. You can name it like inventory, because you can go back and use this same picture. You can change the colors, you can change the actual photo in it, but you can use the same format again and again. And I think that's what I like the most about Canva. It's really easy to do. This little arrow at the top with the little line will save that image. You'll see it saving. And once it does this, it's in your camera roll. So now you're ready to use it in a posting. So now I want to kind of walk through posting, but I do want to point out that those product images, you're going to find the best resolution in InTouch. So I don't know if you all are using InTouch digital assets, but it's a great place to get your photos. From the home screen, you can go down to resources and then digital assets. And then you just scroll down to products and you've got all of your products here.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh,
And you can just download. You just click on download now. And then whatever your little share icon is, mine is that little box down at the bottom with the arrow in it in the middle. I click on that and I say save image. And now that's in my camera roll as well. So that's how you load those. As far as visitors, like in your personal website, the average people might view 4 to 5 pages, and the average length of time that they stay on your site is 30 seconds. So what I would say is when you're posting products on your page, a lot of times if you're doing it on your personal, like Facebook page or something, Mary Kay didn't really want us posting like product prices and things of that nature. But if you've got a business page, the sky's the limit. But what I found is if you can direct them to a product, they may actually go ahead and close the sale. So I'm going to show you how to do the post. I'm going to pull that photo in that I just created and, say something corny like, check this out. But what I'm going to do is show them how to get to it really easy. There's a picture of like the shea butter, I think, in there, the body cream or something. If you go to your personal site, the one that's going to have your picture in the top corner, every product has its own URL, okay? So what you can do is click on that URL, copy it, and paste that along with your post. This is going to do two things. It's going to give them your information and it's going to send them directly to that product on your site. And then once they click on it, they can go in and create their profile and, check out. And that way, a lot of people, if they have to ask questions and do a whole bunch of stuff, they're not going to get it. But if they can just click on it and get to it themselves without having to search for it, you have a better chance of them, like I said, going ahead and making that sale. And Michelle says this all the time, a confused mind does nothing. So this clears up the confusion for them. You gave them the link, you gave them everything they need, all they got to do is buy it. So if you think about the number of clicks that it would actually take if you just posted something about a product, but then, the person that's looking at it has to go to like marykay.com, possibly search for you as an independent beauty consultant. Then once they get to your site, then they got to search for the product. So you're kind of losing them. We're running out of that 30-second time frame that you actually have their attention. Okay. Let's see. And as far as posting on social media, I would say consistency would be the key. Not so much on your personal page. I mean, you want your personal page to be just that, just incorporating bits and pieces of your Mary Kay life so that people know that you sell it and, you know, that it's available to them if they need it. But if you've got a business page with, you know, just your Mary Kay stuff on it, you want to make sure that you're constantly adding content to it, because I don't think they really like home-based businesses in the Facebook social media world, because they thrive off of paid advertisement. They want you to pay for advertisements. So I I think the more that you post, the more that you maybe use hashtags in your posts, you might have more eyes on them. And if you are using that business suite, there's a business suite that you can use with Facebook. I'll show it to you really quick. You can actually schedule your posts. So sometimes, like on a Saturday night, I might say, okay, these are the items that I want to post Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I get those all together, create my posts. I can post in both Facebook and Instagram at the same time. You know, I can say whatever I want to say something. So, well, I gotta spell it right. But once you go to next, you see you have that option there where you can schedule the date and time for the posting. And you could do this all at one time, and then you're not even worried about posting anything, you know, for part of the week. So a lot of times I'll do some Saturday night, and then maybe I'll do some Wednesday night for the rest of the week. That's just an idea for posting. Um, if you use Instagram a lot, Reels are a good way to beat the algorithm that puts your content in front of other people. And I found sometimes that if you post really early, it seems like it might get a lot more views, like in Instagram. I don't know why it is. One morning I posted something and it had like 1,900 views, and I usually
Wow.
have like 12 views.
Wow.
So yeah. And one time I had one that had like 3,000 views. So,
Wow.
and like you said, it's just getting the information in front of people. And the content that you're creating, I know I'm talking a lot about Facebook and Instagram, but you can use it in emails. You can use it in your text. If you're using Scipio, you can use that content there. You can add a link also to send text messages out. Um, every now and then I try to do something at least once a month, like in Scipio, where I'll, you know, send out a blast. And a lot of times I'll get a customer come back and say, hey, I need this, or I need to reorder this one, you know, one of the customers that I already had. So it's just little things to, like I said, get the low hanging fruit. And as far as posting times, now these change a lot, but the last that I saw, and I just Googled this about Facebook, is good posting times are 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Wednesdays, but there's greater engagement, of course, Thursday through Sunday. So I think they're saying Mondays and Tuesdays really suck if you're posting. Nobody's paying attention to it. So don't feel bad if nobody, you know, sees it, because everybody's not out here at the same time. But really that's all the Canva stuff and the content that I wanted to show you today. Is there, you know, any questions? Anybody want me to show something that they didn't see?
Yes. So Kelly's got two questions, but I have a question, Mo. So would I love that you can put a product on there and then, send it out. So could you do something like, we've got all these great before and after pictures. Could you put
Yes.
something like that and then like link it to that product on your website, like the Voluform set?
Yep. You could do that too. Yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
just find that that product on your page, and
Yeah.
then you just use that URL to copy it and then paste it.
Oh, wow. So I would, if I had social media, I would choose, we have some great before and afters. I would choose a before and after, once a week and post it. Yeah. And honestly, I think this is how Lydia sells 100 bottles of tanning lotion. Am I right, Kelly? I know you've probably seen some of her posts. I mean, 90, that one June, she sold 95 when it finally came back out. And now she sells it every year. She just ordered her $1,000 worth of sunless tanning lotion last month, to get ready for everybody ordering it. So we have so many good before and afters. I love this. Love this. All right. So Kelly, you have 2 questions. What were your questions?
It was just one. I was just fixing my grammar.
Oh, okay.
What app is this? I missed the app.
Oh, this is to create the content. It was Canva, Canva, and it's free. V like Victor, A.
Does anybody else have any questions? You guys,
Can you text that into the? Sorry.
yeah, I'll text
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I'll put it.
And another just thought is, you know how our clients get those emails sometimes that has like different products in it? Because sometimes I'll get calls about those too. And what drives me crazy is if it's something that I don't keep in stock, right? So now I got to order it. I can do CDS, that's fine. It's cheaper to do that unless I'm doing an order myself and I just add it to that order, get it sent to me, and then I send it out to my customer. No big deal. But every now and then I have a customer that gets an email and they contact me about a product. And not only do I not have it, but when I go to InTouch to order it, it's not even there to order. It's not even in stock. Yeah. So I wish there was a way that, they could kind of say, hey, we don't have this in stock, so maybe we shouldn't be sending this email. But, consultants could have it. Other consultants could have it. I just don't have it. What I would say is, as far as what you have on inventory, the stuff that you have on inventory, make that your post. Get rid of it so you can get some more inventory.
Yeah. Yeah. Control what you sell. That's what, always control. So let me just tell you guys, the ones who have only been in Mary Kay during COVID, Kelly can verify this. When COVID is finally over, we will never have that problem again of running out of stuff. We never ran out of stuff, did we, Kelly?
No.
It just didn't happen. Like my 20 years, 19 years in before COVID, BC. There were only 2 things that we ran out of when they launched, and that was the natural fiber mineral powder brushes. When we launched mineral powder in 2008, we sold 6 million in 30 days of mineral powder, and of course everybody wanted the brush, and it's natural fibers, and we couldn't get the natural ingredients to make that many brushes, so we were out of brushes. And then when the Lash Intensity mascara launched, I don't even want to know how many within 30 days of it launching, it was on back order. And that was because it was such a big launch. So good news that once, COVID is gone, you will not run out of items unless it's a limited edition. Now, limited edition is a totally another beast. And that's because it's seasonal. If it's limited edition, it's not going to be regular line. It's just seasonal. Okay. And you do get a lot of seasonal things in the spring and summer and in the holiday book, because it's holiday stuff and it's geared toward that season. So I hope that makes you guys feel better who've only been in Mary Kay during COVID.
And I'll confirm that I've never seen it with where it limits how many you can get either. I've never seen that. Never seen that. And that breaks my heart. And I get it. I went to go order soap and I could only order 3, I think, or 4.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is, you guys know, I don't even have to explain it. It's, you've got the vendors who bring the ingredients. We make the product in Texas. but we got to have the ingredients. You got to have the navy bean, you got to have the, this and that, and the rosemary and the honeysuckle. All this comes from vendors, and then they're workers, and they're all across countries in different parts of the countries who their states are shut down, and it's just a whole worldwide mess. We all know that. But all right, so Mo, you did a fantastic job. Did everybody love this? Love this training?
Yes.
I do have a question for Mo.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you could, with something like this, do you think you could attach your QR code to it?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think I actually use this to make my little thing for my facial box, my sign for my facial box, where I shrunk it, you have to kind of shrink it down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
Okay, good. All right, so guys, it's recorded, and you can come back and watch. And if you're, creating this yourself and you want to come back and watch, you'll be able to see it. My husband will download it, and it will probably post early in the morning. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, when you subscribe, I think it notifies you when a new training video has posted. Am I right? Kelly's shaking her head. Yes, good. So don't forget this week, preferred customer program enrollment for your customers to get the summer lookbook, okay? And next week is how to build diversity in your customer base with the different age groups. I think that's the right word. May have been using demographics. Demographics is area, right? Look, I'm losing.
Yeah.
Yes. So that way you've got you've got the millennials, you've got the young moms, you've got the older moms, you've got the empty nesters, and you got the baby boomers, and you've got the mixture. So lots of good stuff. Don't forget, the Red Rally is the 24th. If you haven't register so you can watch your different classes that are based on your career path I believe on that Friday night, and then head on to my house on Saturday from 1 to 4, hang out with the girls. We're going to talk about what we're going to do for seminar too, since seminar is virtual. I'm really wanting to plan something very, very special for us. I'm just going to give you a hint. A girls' weekend at the spa resort with body wraps, saunas. It's a total resort. It's called Chateau Align. So that's my thing. To make up for us not being able to fly out to Dallas, Texas. And then we'll have our formal dinner. We usually have it at the Japanese steakhouse here in town, and we'll do our awards there. But you guys keep pushing on to finish this year big. Even since we can't go to Dallas, we're going to still make it special, okay? All righty? All right, Mo, thank you once again. You're an awesome trainer. And let me know if you ever want to train on anything else. You did great.
Thanks.
All right.
Yes, you did.
Bye.
Her mom, yes. And look, this is what Janet would usually say. And she did great because I'm her mother. That's
Yes, she most certainly did.
You nailed it.
Janet, all the
We
credit.
nailed it.
I know you, girl. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
Good night.
night.
Night.